What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Carla M, with Hustle Up, the Girl Boss Edition series in honor of Women's History Month. I'll be bringing a dope girl boss to you every week. Today's highlight of the Girl Boss Edition is the one and only aka Ayanna, aka Get Shit Done, aka A Boogie's right hand. Hey, what's up?
Hello.
How you doing?
What's goody, Carla? Thank you so much for, including me in the loop. I appreciate you so much. It's always good, genuine love, all that good stuff. I was about to curse already. Oh my God. But yeah, that's me.
I love it. You look good as always bringing the vibes.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you.
So, A, what is your hustle? How would you describe what you do?
So I would describe what I do kind of like big time assistant, basically, because everyday assistance, the caliber could just be from going to get your client something to eat or, just hanging out with your client day to day. But, me and Boogie have grown to have such a close relationship that, we do damn near everything together. So my hustle is really just, being there for my client in all aspects, showing up to him in things that are just like out of our caliber for work. So I think, my hustle is really just being there 24/7, 7 days a week, making sure that I show up for the people around me and show up for, my bros. I work in an all boys industry and my team is all male as well. So I'm the only female there. So it's very important for me to, like be there for them through all aspects of life, not just, my work, like what we do for the shows and what we do on the day to day. It's really just the small things. So I think my hustle is really just being the female touch for the bros.
I like that. And how did you get into this position, this industry? When did you start? How did it all come about?
So this is funny because when I was younger, I swear to God, I used to tell people all the time, like, I ain't about to be having no regular job. Like, I'm not about to be a doctor. Like, it's cool and I love it for everybody, but like, bruh, like life has to be more spicy. Mm-hmm. So as you know, I went to Penn. We both went to Penn.
Shout out to that.
We are.
Penn State.
And when I was at school, I basically kept telling myself, like, yo, I got to figure it out. Like, you can't just go home and not have nothing. Like, you got to stick to exactly what you want. And I was the underdog my whole life, I never was the coolest in the room or the prettiest in the room or like, I always was the best dressed in the room.
Shout out to that. The Celine on
but like I had to prove myself for sure. So, and I knew that when I went to Penn, I had to prove myself. So when I came back home, I swear I went on, thank God we had social media. So I swear I used to stay on Instagram like 10 hours a day and I used to be scrolling on all the women who like, I wanted to be like the Monique Blakes, the Ebony Wards, all of them. Patience and Monique, they was like really like my ones from when I was like a young jit. Patience works with Cardi B and Monique is from Swiss's team. So them two, I literally just studied their Instagrams like every day. Like, all right, bet. So they over here and they working with this one and they working with that one and they doing this. So one day I had seen that Yandy was having something in Harlem. It was regular, like a little Carol's daughter event, and they was just putting up that they needed help. And I was like, yo, I'm just gonna go. So like I could just like get my foot in the door. And again, I wasn't used to always being accepted, but I was like, yo, you gotta bet on yourself. Either you're gonna get with this or you're gonna be a regular person. So I went and I made the connections and make a long story short, somebody there knew the CEO of Rough Riders. His name is Joaquin Dean. And they had called me a week after, like, yo, I said he needed an assistant and I'm not available right now. You think you want to take the interview? So I'm like, yo, sure, cool. I mean, I haven't heard anything from Rough Riders, but it's like, I'm about to go see because they're legends. So I'm going to just put my foot in the door and see where it goes. So I went to meet with who's the CEO of Rough Riders, and he felt my energy off the rip. He's like, yo, you vibey. I'm like, yo, you cool. Like, you with it? He had his wife with him as well. She was like, I like her energy. Let's go. So I started working with him. It was a real genuine connection. That's where I really realized, like, nah, this is not that bad. Like people were saying, like, listen, I don't know if you're going to be able to do it. But I was like, listen, I'm going to try, period. So we did that. We did the Rough Riders reunion tour. It came out great. That's when I really got to meet Monique. She worked with Swiss Beats. So I made that connection. Make another long story short, through that vibe, I got to meet Brother Hassan. I want to mention all the key players in my little career right now. So that's why I'm mentioning their names. Brother Haas really took a hold to me and was like, whatever you need, you could lock in with me. So I worked with Brother Haas for a little while. He did production for Boogie. And then Boogie's manager M one day was like, nah, you running it up with us. What's up? You want to come, you know, join full time? And from there, we've been locked in.
I like it. And I think a key thing you said is energy. I think a lot of people that want to get into the industry, certain things are like forced, so they try to be something that they're not. But getting a lot of these jobs in the industry is people just rocking with you. So I like that you highlighted that.
No, that's very true. And going back to Monique, she used to always tell me, like, hey, if it's not for you, it's not for you. If the space don't feel right, take it, go home. Like, it's no reason for you to overplay the space, because what's for you gonna always be for you. And, you know, I tell a lot of my mentors that, and I got an intern right now, and I tell her that, mentees, I'm sorry. And I tell my intern that all the time as well. Like, listen, if it don't feel right, pack it up and go home. God got you at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like, as long as you keep showing up as your true self and your true being, whatever works, it's gonna work.
That's facts. I agree with that. And you also mentioned working around majority of guys. So you're like the female touch. You are the female touch. What would you say is the pro to that? And what would you say is the con to that?
So the pro for me for that will be that, you know, you always have a sense of respect in the industry from the top dogs. I mean, a lot of women don't want to say it, but I'm gonna say it anyway, but this industry is ran by men. So if you don't get the respect of the real key players, you know, you just running in circles. So I feel like me being the female touch in all of the spaces that I have been has given me, you know, like that little bit of, yeah, that's Ayanna. Yeah, that's her over there. You know, like a lot of women that I work with currently now, they know me, and they know me well because I've been able to, you know, stand strong in my space and stand strong amongst all kinds of men.
Agree
And
with
then
that.
the con, I would say, is that the same con is the same pro. It's the good and the bad. You know what I mean? It's either you stand strong about it or you fall victim to it.
I agree with that.
So that's what I think would be the pro and the con. You either boss up or you either be a regular, just figure it, you know, do whatever.
Is it a lot of pressure, like working in a male-dominated industry?
I think maybe for some women it is, but if you know me, then absolutely not. Like,
We know,
I kind of grew up a little tough. My journey has been very, very, I'll just be like transparent. You know, I grew up in Brooklyn. I'm not like perfect, you know, so like I've had my share of action. So no, it's not really no pressure for me. And, you know, the guys are human as well. So as soon as you demand that level of respect, they understand that. You know, it's not rocket science. If you don't give them that impression, then we won't have that problem. So I think that as women, you know, we just have to stand strong in our womanhood, and it will definitely be fine. We be good.
And speaking of womanhood, what does being a woman mean to you?
For me, being a woman is like, we already have like all these setbacks. It's like, yeah, you're a woman, so your stomach hurts. And yeah, you're a woman, you're on the road. How does it feel? I hear people say, like, how does it feel to be the only girl on the road? Like, it feels like the only girl on the road. Duh. Got to go to the bathroom a little extra, maybe, but we all here together. You know what I mean? I feel like we're already, you know, pressed with all of these identities. So I feel like for me, it is my God-given womanhood right to show up for us every single time. Every single time. I don't take no BS from anyone. I don't, you know, be like, oh, well, it was a guy, or oh, it was a girl. There's no excuses. Like, even the boys on the road, it's like, hold the door for the lady. If you don't hold the door, I think you're crazy. And I hold all of them to that caliber. And that's what being a woman is for me. It's for holding everybody around us to our God-given womanhood right. And it's like, I don't play about it. I don't alter about it. And that's why when, you know, people ask me like, how is it being a woman on the road? It's like, how do you think? You know what I mean? It's just like, if you were a man, they wouldn't ask you that question. And then, you know, like men, they already have all of these great expectations and requirements that come with the industry. So I feel like as women, we do the same thing. So hold the door and make sure that the lady is fine. And, you know, like hold the suitcase. And even though, like, you know, I'm on the road with all guys, sometimes I literally tell Boogie's friends, like, okay, I'll take 2 suitcases and you guys will get the rest. Like, I'm the lady. And we can all act like I'm big, bad, tough Ayanna, but I'm the lady. And let's reclaim my womanhood So yeah, that's what I feel like as women, you know, we have to do. Like, it's no reason for us to be so hard. Like sometimes us women have to claim our womanhood. And
That
I think
soft
like
life.
yeah, right. And I think that in 2024 we deserve that. Like we truly deserve that. We work hard. We've like invented projects. Like we've done things that you've already counted us out 100,000 times. It's not like you haven't already said we can't do, and we can't do again. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, as a woman, I'm putting the bar 1,000, a billion, and a billion, and a billion, and a billion. And I want all my girls in the industry to do the same. Like when we're at our women industry events, treat us like queens. Like hold the seat out for the young queen, all of that. And even the young queens coming up underneath us, it's like yell at them, but pour into them. Give them all that Black girl magic. You know what I mean? Give them everything you got. So yeah, that's what being a woman for me is definitely like, absolutely.
Hold everybody accountable, period.
Sure, for sure. And
And
make
what if,
everybody walk in your womanhood. Like they all got to situate around how you operate.
period. I love that. And what is some advice that you have for girl bosses, women that's trying to get into this industry, women that's already in this industry? What is just one piece of advice you would give out?
I think really to just like keep on showing up. Seriously. I mean, there were a lot of no's for me. So for me to be this far, people are seriously like, you know, like, are you sure? So I think that if you just keep betting on yourself and you just keep showing up for yourself, then everything will just work out for you. I mean, like even my intern, she's like, oh, I went for this and this didn't work. And oh, I did this and this didn't work. But even Carla, you know, there were a lot of things that I wanted to be a part of and I'm not. Even right now, you know, like there's a lot of things going on and I'm not invited or I'm not there or you don't see, you know, like me and my selected industry people there. So it's just like, I feel like you just have to keep showing up for yourself, showing up for your space. You have to be confident in who you are. And again, you have to be right in your womanhood. Like you have to make people respect you and respect your journey.
I 100% agree. And I like that you said, like, people will tell you no. I think it's 1,000 no's before the first yes. The key is not to give up and keep showing up.
Absolutely. Like, I just knew I was going to be Angie Martinez. Like, I was like, oh, I'm going to be on the radio and like, I'm going to have the city. I'm going to be Williams and like, people are going to know me all over the world. And that was absolutely not ordained for me. You get what I'm saying? I showed up to thousands of radio things and I was trying to do this and trying to do that. And those were all the no's that I needed to go back home and re-get confident and re-push myself and retell myself, you know, like, this is something that you want to do. You have to show up. And, you know, just reverting back to the woman thing, being in the industry, this is an all guys field. So it's either you're going to keep pushing or you can go be a doctor.
Yep.
They make good money too. You know,
make a good check too. It's not wrong with doctors though. So shout out to the doctors.
No, seriously, there's absolutely nothing wrong with people that have regular professions because seriously, sometimes it's like, yes, sis, you might have should have did that. But you know, you take the good with the bad and you know, like your blessings are your blessings. So that will truly just be my message to everyone. As long as you just keep showing up for yourself in your own confident space, everything will play out for you.
What's for you is for you, as you stated earlier as well. And since we're on Hustle Up, let me know what hustle means to you. What does being a girl boss, a hustler mean?
For me, a real hustler for me as a woman at this age is seriously like going to the gym, paying the bills, making sure that I eat healthy, putting myself first, praying, you know, like those things. All of this, like running around getting your dream stuff is perfectly amazing and great. But when you have those down, silent times where you are alone, that is about being a girl boss. Like, can you stay 5 days silent by yourself? Can you do 24 hours, just you and your thoughts and your journal? So my message for all of like my girl bosses of all races and all spaces is to literally put on for you. I want us all to take 24 hours to just see if you could just figure out your thoughts. It's a real challenging thing. It's seriously like, okay, no phone, no Instagram, just you and how you feel, and really getting adapted to, you know, what makes you happy. And once we figure that out as women, I think we rock stars.
I think as women, we definitely need that as well. And just
Yeah.
hustling overall, you need that downtime. You need that me time.
And in order to be a real good hustler, you have to absolutely know. Like, no, it's very much about that's your space and this is my space. So I definitely like have adapted that spirit and have adapted that energy. And like, I take my moments and I be like, it's not that. It's not that. I deserve 24 hours. So I think as all women coming up in this industry, girl bosses, you as well, 24 hours, okay?
Thank you, A. I love that, and I'm forever proud of you. Keep putting on for Brooklyn.
Thank you so
keep putting
much.
on for the girls. Just keep putting on for yourself. You are truly shining. And call up A. She gets the job done, y'all. It's Hustle Up. We love you, A.
Thank you so much, Carla. I appreciate you. Thank you for having me.